So the digestive system starts with the digestion of the burger. So the burger is filled with macromolecules like lipids, proteins, carbohydrates, and many more that are essential for your body. So we begin with the human ingesting the food through the mouth, where the mechanical digestion happens with the teeth and tongue physically breaking up the food. Then the food enters the mouth, and the salivary glands play an important role in starting the digestive process. The glands produce saliva, which contains enzymes like amylase that begin breaking down carbohydrates in the food. Saliva also helps moisten the food, making it easier to chew and swallow. Additionally, saliva contains substrates that help protect the mouth and teeth. As we chew, the saliva mixes up, creating a soft mass called the bolus, which is then pushed to the back of the throat, the pharynx, for swallowing. Overall, the salivary glands are essential for the starting of the digestion and ensuring food is easily swollen. So next, the food is going to be going down your esophagus, where the epiglottis closes the glottis to ensure that the food goes down the right way into your esophagus and not down to your trachea and lungs. So in the esophagus, which the bolus chewed up food gets pushed down by a process of peristalsis to the cardiac sphincter, where it then will enter the main body of the stomach. So on the walls of this, there are peristalsis happening where muscles are contracting. Um, the stomach is known as the bag of wonder. In this section, gastrin causes gastric juices to release with hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, water, and mucus, which help break down the bolus. Hydrochloric acid plus the mucus, the muscles around the stomach mechanically break down the food by churning it around. Pepsinogen plus hydrochloric acid from pepsin, which is an enzyme that chemically breaks down proteins into dipeptides and tripeptides. The stomach is also lined with a layer of mucus that protects it from the stomach acids, preventing a breakthrough in the stomach wall, which prevents ulcers from forming. These chemicals make an environment that has a pH of approximately 2, killing bacteria and partially denaturing proteins that have been eaten. Alcohol and water are also absorbed into the stomach, where they will get further broken down. A common bile duct that connects the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas to the duodenum help flow bile from the liver and pancreatic juices from the pancreas. So now we're entering the liver. The liver is the largest internal organ. Although this organ has functions that are essential to the human body, like filtering blood and detoxifying it, destroying old blood cells, regulating glucose levels in the body via insulin and glucagon, and many more, it also plays a very important role in the digestive system. The liver produces bile from the protein hemoglobin. This bile works as an emulsifier that helps break down large fat droplets into small fat droplets that enzymes lipase can then attach to and fully break down in the small intestine. The bile is then stored in the gallbladder. So the gallbladder stores bile, helping break down fats during digestion. Without it, bile flows directly from the liver, still allowing for normal digestion, though less concentrated. Next, we enter the pancreas. So, when food enters the small intestine, the pancreas helps with digestion in a few important ways. First, it releases pancreatic juices, which include water, sodium bicarbonate, which is a buffer that neutralizes the pH of the chyme and brings it up to a pH of 8. This is important because it protects the lining of the intestines. And four important enzymes, including lipase, which break down lipids into fatty acids and glycerol, trypsin, which breaks down proteins into dipeptides, nuclease, that breaks down amino acids, and pancreatic amylase, which breaks down starch into maltose. These enzymes are initially inactive to protect the pancreas, but they become active when they reach the small intestine. These actions allow the body to digest food properly and absorb essential nutrients. The small intestine is a 6-meter long narrow tube that is made up of three parts. So the first part is where the chyme leaves the stomach and passes through the pyloric sphincter, entering the duodenum. In these 30 centimeters, most of the digestion takes place. So bile helps mechanically and chemically break down large fat and oil droplets by emulsifying oil with water and mechanically turning it around. Pancreatic juices are filled with digestive enzymes that chemically break down macromolecules that your duodenum can then absorb as nutrients. Next, the jejunum and ileum absorb many nutrients due to the highly folded and convoluted structures along the surface called the villi. These villi are further folded and form microvilli, maximizing the surface area for lots of absorption. Each villi contain blood vessels and lymphatic vessels. Fatty acids and glycerol are absorbed into the lymphatic system, known as lacteal. Sugar and amino acids enter the blood vessels and go to the liver via a hepatic portal vein to be further processed. In between each villi, there are
What?
I don't know how to say it.
Okay, it's fine.
Interstitial glands that secrete maltase that further break down maltose into 2 glucose molecules, and peptidase that break down dipeptides into 2 amino acids. After passing through the long small intestine, we enter the large intestine. So the large intestine absorbs water and forms feces from undigested food. It starts with the cecum, followed by the colon, in an ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid, and ends at the rectum, where feces are stored before being expelled through the anus. The large intestine can absorb electrolytes, vitamins like vitamin K and B, and help maintain fluid balance. Gut bacteria in the colon aid in digesting undigested carbohydrates, producing short chain fatty acids, and synthesizing vitamins. Waste in the large intestine includes undigested food like water, bacteria, mucus, cells, and gases, which are produced through bacterial fermentation.
Nice. Oh.
So now we're ending off through the rectum where the waste is stored. And once ready, the waste is going to go down to the anus, where the defecation of feces happens.
Yay!
And it poops it out.
Oh yeah.